Here we go, lane 1, Caron. Zaviskus in lane 2, Leetsi's lane 3, Chalet lane 4, and Kiliashkovsky in the 5th lane.
JF Caron, the Canadian, in the near lane 1. Out of the gates the fastest. Taking a look here at Zydrunas Zaviskus, overcoming those injuries. This is the final. Some of these guys been saving it all for these events here, and Caron, who said you must train harder than your enemy and your opponent, looks to have done so here in the tire flip, as he's going to be the first one across the line if he can finish this rep. This
would be his 6th and final flip, and he gets it. This heat 1 among all of the men who finished second in their qualifying groups.
And speaking of second, Kiliashkovsky's finished second up there in the far top lane.
Number of flips counts, remember?
Zydrunas is struggling. The other 4 men have finished their 6 flips. Chalet crossed it in 3rd. In 39.87, Leetsi's was 4th, time up. Only 3 flips for Big Z, the 4-time world's strongest man champ. JF Caron goes into the lead.
It was relentless effort coupled with brute power and efficient technique that really helped the Canadian win this heat.
The next set of athletes are about to compete, all the winners of their qualifying groups. Hafthor mentioned the Bell's palsy, which means he's dealing with partial paralysis in his face. He is expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the man who plays the Mountain in Game of Thrones.
Konstantin Janashia, the Georgian bull, looking pretty good as it's a neck-and-neck race between Janashia, Shaw, and Hafthor here in the near lane.
Final flip, Brian Shaw in lane 3 is able to win the 2nd heat.
Eddie Hall, the 3rd competitor to get his tire across the line, as the Georgian bull kind of ran out of gas and can't finish. And Nick Best, the American, 48 years old, really struggling at the top.
Only 3 flips for Best. You mentioned Janashia, only 5. Shaw not only wins the heat, but the entire first event in 27.28 seconds.
I call Shaw the cerebral savage. He really takes a thoughtful approach. The conservation of energy earlier on in the competition seems to be paying off.
And Shaw already on his way to gaining that 5th title, the early leader. Bjornsson in 2nd, the other 4-time champ, Big Z, struggling here, tied for 9th place. Up next, a classic test of strength. In an almost cartoonish-looking form, a 700-pound squat lift.